Здравствуйте, меня зовут CEO Pyrex. Добрый день. Hello, this is Pyrex. Even at all. See, bit of Russian. I did GCSE Russian. See, it wasn't entirely wasted. Anyway, 1.8 has now got a dev blog associated with it. So here we go. These are the images. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Right, this is the Caldari Heavy. So looks a bit like a riot policeman. I went on my travels recently, I think as I went through JFK, I remember seeing somebody dressed a little bit like this, so that's a bit weird. Like it looks pretty, well, it looks amazing, in fact. The thing we've always been kind of aware of with the Amar heavies is just how fat they are. Literally, they are like, they should be on one of those shows where they kind of use an industrial weighing machine to kind of weigh a woman they've had to cut out of her house or something like that, you know, that sort. So yeah, not good. And I think as we start to see the other heavies, and believe me, there are 5 new suits. This one is probably the more kind of, I guess, I don't know, I want to call it the narc suit. It's a narc suit. You should have like Caldari Police written on the back of it. It feels like a law enforcement thing. I don't know why, it just makes me smile. So it's looking pretty good. I think the helmet looks pretty amazing as well. I think, yes, I'm actually getting quite excited about that. So that was the Caldari Heavy. Let's have a look at the Galante Heavy, which, again, what's wrong with the forehead there? I mean, that just baffles me, what's up with the forehead there. But otherwise, yeah, we're back to kind of super size plus XXL stuff again. It looks like he's wearing a fat suit. And it looks like some weird comedy routine. But it looks pretty good, I must admit. Now, this one doesn't scream to me Galante. Don't know why. It just doesn't look like a Galante suit. When you look at the elegance of the assault, or rather the medium frame, and particularly the elegance of the scout suit, this doesn't seem to fit in with it. It just, I don't know, just to me doesn't look right. Now, with this is coming a whole raft of changes as I kind of quickly scroll up. So, for example, the Sentinel bonuses are going to be things like shield resistance. The Galante Sentinel is going to have armor resistance to hybrid, blah, blah, blah. Mimitar, shield and armor, that shows you the kind of, you know, merging of the two. And then obviously, you know, and they're talking 2 or 3% across the board. But it's going to be things like blasters, railguns, laser, projectiles. So again, if you use Mimitar suits, you're benefiting by having Mimitar weapons as well, which is the way that it kind of always should be. And this is the resistance to them. So for example, the Amar are always very good at resisting against Mimitar weapons. So that's the thing. Now, onto the Mimitar suit. Now, enjoy your lawsuit from Killzone, because quite frankly, that is a blatant rip-off of Killzone, but I like it. It looks, when I saw this, my mind's eye whisked back to the fields of France and World War One, and we saw these kind of horrendous quagmires of battle going on in the trenches. And I always remember seeing this kind of dress helmet from the Germans. So a little bit kind of World War One-esque going on there. What's that about, CCP? But again, looks incredible. Again, it's really harnessed the retro nature of the Mimitar, so I think I'm really, really quite excited about this. To me, it just really kind of shows you the, I guess, I don't know, it looks a bit ghetto, it looks a bit kind of like obviously less high-tech than the other races, so that's pretty awesome. To be honest, there's a whole kind of reef and raft of stuff that's going to change with this patch, and 1.8 is pretty much being catalogued for 25th of March. So that's only like a week and a half away. So it's getting near. I mean, it's getting exciting, and I must admit, I'm already quite surprised and pleased at how much is coming. For example, we've got the new guns as well. So here we go. If you love your stats, get ready. I'm just going to leave the stats up for a very long... Oh, did you enjoy them? Did you like them? Did you enjoy that? We're not looking at stats. Come on. Nobody wants to look at stats. If you're the kind of person who gets, engaged in stats, then you probably like spreadsheets as well, don't you? Anyway, so moving on. Oh my God, I just completely messed that up. That was supposed to be the the light drop seat. So let me just, hang on, let me press a few buttons at Castle Pyrex. There we go. So this is, oh God, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, this is very nice. These are the two remaining scouts. So obviously we have the Mimitar and the Galante scouts, and now we have the Caldari scout and the Amar scout. So it's looking quite sexual, I think you'll agree. Now, let's talk about the Caldari scout first. It reminds me a lot of of Borderlands 2. You know, that kind of obvious he, she, man, woman, he-male. Remember that? That kind of ninja samurai. You're not sure if it's a guy or a girl. It looks like that. The triangular helmet looks pretty boss, I must admit. And it's also a little bit Metal Gear Solid, if you don't mind me saying so. But looks amazing. I'm already quite excited about this. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And then if we look onto the Amar one, the Amar one I think is expected. Even their scout is quite bulky, which, you know, fits in with the kind of armor tanking pre-concept, I guess, that Amar have. And I think it works. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think, to be honest, there's going to be quite a... it's going to be a weird game to kind of fight so many different suits. It's like already there's quite a lot of suits, isn't there? And I think just having, another... I don't know, 4 or 5 main suits in essence, but then all the tiers you're going to have, you know, quite a lot of suits. So it's a good thing, and I'm really quite excited. I think it's going to be some good stuff. I don't really have any knowledge of cloaking. I've not really seen too much about that. I think they're in the stats there is something about cloaking, but can't be bothered. But the bonuses that they get, for example, are going to be linked again to the particular races. So let's look at some stats again. We have... did you enjoy that? That was very quick again, wasn't it? Is that too quick? No, it's too quick? Too quick? Trophies. The Caldari Scout bonus has 5% bonus to drop suit scan radius and scan precision. The Galante Scout bonus is 5% bonus to drop suit scan radius and 5% reduction to scan profile. The Mimitar Scout bonus is 5% bonus to hacking speed. Ooh, nice. And Nova damage knife per level. Blech. And the Amar Scout bonus has 5% bonus to stamina regen. That could be important. And max stamina per level. Also could be quite important. Do you know what? You know, there's so much. Just go and read it. Seriously, bro, go and read it. They talk about all the middleweights as well. So it's the heavyweight, the lightweight, and the middleweight. And I like that. That's a good way of actually summing it up. Maybe they should just use that permanently, because the suits are certainly going to change as well. So, for example, assault suit bonuses are going to change. So the Caldari Assault, the medium frame Caldari Assault bonus is going to be 5% to reload speed of hybrid railguns, light side-down weapons per level. Do you know what? I can't be bothered. Basically, they all get a reduction or change to the gun that they use. So Mimitar Assault, for example, get 5% to projectile light side-arm clip size per level. Now, if the flailette was any good, I'd be using it, but it's not, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to sit here and cry and rock back and forward for the days of glory when the flailette wasn't shit. Anyway, logistics have changed as well. So there's going to be, for example, Caldari Logistics are going to have 10% to Nanohive Max Nanites and 5% to supply rate and repair amount per level. To be honest, it's pretty much as given. The Mimitar Logistics looks like it's going to be the proper repairing one. So 10% to repair tool range and 5% to repair armor amount per level, and so on. And I think really... You know, the Amar one's interesting. 10% reduction to drop uplink spawn time and 2 to max spawn count per level. That's kind of nice. So I'm liking that. Now, on to the, I guess, controversial bit. And I'll quote, after lengthy discussion with the CPM, do you know, I feel sorry for the CPM Zero. I really do. Let me just make this very clear and comment statement to them, because ever since I did that CPM 1 white paper, I think there's been quite an interest, if you like, to sort of congratulate the CPM Zero for what they've done. So I would like to go on the record now and say well done to those guys for doing and putting up with general massive assholes like myself and many others who I don't think, you know, we mean you any disrespect or jibe. I think we quite respect what you've done, and I think, you know, GG to you for everything that you've done. It's not been easy. So there we go. A bridge of harmony is built. What am I talking about? Anyway, so after lengthy discussion with the CPM and a large amount of community feedback, the decision has been made to refund all skill points currently sat or spent in the drop suit command tree. Okay, and that causes a few people some issues. So, for example, if you had drop suit core upgrade skills upgraded to maybe do logistics, etc., and you're not really going to run logistics anymore, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I do personally. This is just my opinion and whatever it's worth. I think it's good they haven't refunded too much. A general respec would be kind of stupid. And I just think it's just too much. At this point in the game, there has to be something that makes you commit. So you can't just think to yourself, do you know what, I'll throw everything I've got into the fit of the month because, hey, in a week it's going to be changed. I don't think that's right. So there we go. I think generally this is all the good stuff, and I think come the 25th of March it's going to be happy days and exciting times as I manage to respec out of my crappy shitty suits that I no longer use ever, and I can maybe even run a proper scout for once. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And I think just generally this is the beginning of something quite cool, and I think if you're not kind of getting prepped and ready and engaged and excited for 1.8, then maybe now is the time. It only just really pisses me off that they're doing it right as Titanfall is released. Hey ho, these are the things that sent to challenges. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.